Apple Radio, you are now rocking with the Fat Boys. It is 5:48. It is hot as hell outside.
It is.
Yo, man, I don't like this weather right now.
I'm with you. The humidity is
ridiculous.
It's too much for me.
Yeah, what's so hot, son?
We got one more month though, I think, and then we're gonna get in that.
You know it's probably gonna leak over to September.
Probably a little bit. Probably a little bit.
Like, it's so hot that my cousin from Africa, he came over here and he was like, yo, it's hot. And I'm looking at him like, you're from Africa. He was like, yo, New York is too humid for me. I was just looking at him like, you're from fucking Africa, son.
Wow, I mean, hey, that's gotta tell you.
That's how you know it's hot.
It's gotta tell you the city.
When an African comes over here and said it's hot.
Yeah, the city's been on fire the last month. I mean, it's a lot. And subways, all that.
Yeah, don't even talk about the subway.
Hard to manage.
Yo, me and Porch House were in the subway the other day, dying.
Yeah.
Sweating like we just got off on a treadmill. Like one day.
I believe it, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm really thinking about? One day I'm gonna go from Queens. I'm gonna come from Queens in my workout clothes or whatever, and just like work out in that train station.
And just see if
you're damn right. That's a free workout.
Yeah.
The only thing I gotta pay for is transportation. I could just stand there and burn like 5 pounds. You're gonna see me with like a pound of water. You see me jogging. Like the train is coming, you just see me jogging up and down the rail. Okay, so we back here with Premonition. And where have you performed?
Yeah, a lot of spots. Just, Santos, Valley Poetry Club, Bitter End, Eureka Public Assembly.
One day Union Square.
Yeah, outside of Whole Foods, like that was probably the biggest gig. Nah, I don't know, man. All over the spot. I mean, I've done stuff in PA, Savannah, Georgia. Down in Virginia. I got a lot of people down there too. Made it out to Cali recently. Right now, I'm really on the travel tip. Like, I really want to bring this to different spots, different areas, because New York is great, but you can fall into a hamster wheel, so to speak, when you just start doing the same shit over and over again and rocking with the same people. And it's great to have people know your songs, know your choruses and whatnot, and feel that love and that vibe. But at the same time, you want to perform for new people.
Yes.
That should be your goal.
Like in your city, sometimes I see like some of these rappers, they perform in the same crowds all the time.
Yeah.
And that's just nothing. That's performing for your friends.
You want to challenge yourself, So that's my goal. I might go to some crazy places.
You gonna try to go out to like Utah?
No. I'm thinking big. I'm thinking different than that. I'm thinking like we're talking Istanbul. We're talking Slovakia. We're talking Azerbaijan.
That's dope.
We're going
nuts. Utah is tough.
But Utah
is tough.
I know some people out in Utah. Salt Lake City and Denver. So it's not out of the realm. So I'm always thinking like that right now, especially since I got the album done and that's what I want to move on to.
And this is the album. That's like the cue for me to talk about the album.
I didn't even mean to do that.
You're like, yo, let me throw it in there. We want to talk about this. I want to talk about my baby.
Didn't even mean to plug it like that.
It's cool.
But yeah. So I mean, obviously that was gonna come up. I'm proud of this album. It's been maybe about 6 weeks since I finished it. 2 months. But I'm proud of it. At the same time, as an artist, being the person that I am as an artist, I want to move on. I want to start making more music. I want to make like 8 different projects at once, but I got to slow down, and you've got to learn how to promote what you have done in order to get people to care about your project. So, back in the day, maybe in the 90s when you got signed off one demo, you wouldn't have to do promo. You could just work on music. But nowadays, the last 5 to 7 years, you got to wear every hat.
Yeah, but you don't want to have your out. You're like, when it first comes out, like a lot of albums are not really appreciated.
Right.
That's what the whole promo part comes in, and
yeah.
Because you don't want to just spend like 4, 5, 6 months on an album or whatever, then just promote it for like a month or something.
Yeah. I mean, that was my biggest fear. You know what I mean? To make this album, and then a month later, no one gives a shit about it. So that's what my drive will be for the next few months. While I'm making records, I'm still making music. Like, don't get me wrong, but I'm not moving on. I'm not considering this done and then moving on. It's not done yet.
So like, what were you trying to accomplish when you made this album?
More or less, I wanted people to know that I was a serious artist. I know a lot of people see me at open mics, see me doing my set here and there, but they didn't know my songs or whatever. So I was getting restless, and I was like, I got material. I had enough material to make 2 albums, but I basically put it down, made it cohesive, made it, you know, a testament to where I was as an artist, and I think I'm further ahead than people realized. And then when they heard the album, they were like, okay, well, he's got the pedigree, he's got credentials, so it's a building block too. No pun intended, but it is a building block for my next project. Will be much different, and I think you'll hear growth in that. So.
Are you going to be producing a majority of tracks? So you ever thinking about doing something like that?
You know, it's funny. Production is something I used to love to do.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got away with it because I met so many dope producers out here. I mean, KO Beats, Willie Green, Spills, all them. I mean, that's what they do, is
mm-hmm.
make beats. So when I was able to just focus on songwriting, it was like a burden. It was like lifted. But now I'm getting excited because I know so many great artists, and I'm starting to think about beats that I have that would fit these people. So, you know, I just got a track done with C. Ray's Walls. It's on his mixtape, which is a good look because that's one of my favorite MCs. I'm gonna do some tracks here and there. Albert Rhymestein, BS's project. Probably gonna drop my own instrumental album that's just like a 20-minute, 20 beats, 20 minutes.
So it's basically a beat tape.
I'm gonna put a beat tape out in the next like 2 months.
Because a lot of people don't do beat tapes anymore.
Yeah, man, why not? Like I got them laying around, like, and the shit'll just weave into each other, like, you know, like when you hear a record like Donuts, obviously, and in no way am I comparing what I'm gonna do to Donuts, but it's the same concept. Like that's what Dilla was. You know, Dilla made beat tapes. Like imagine what he has that we don't even, we don't even have. You know what I mean?
You know what I hated though? I hated when people, like, he used to make those rap, like he used to have people rap on his albums.
And you were like, who's this dude?
I was like, yo, come on, Dilla could have better talent than this.
Yeah, I actually completely agree with you on that. Like 100%. But that to me showed he was a loyal dude because he was putting on all his own people, and it's like, man, could you imagine so and so on that? But
it just caused more anticipation for other people. You're like, oh, Busta Rhymes, good on a Dilla beat.
Yeah.
You get somebody else, and you like, oh my God, who is this guy?
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that. You know, I hit up some people, and they're all interested. You know, rappers love getting beats. Like that's like our favorite thing.
They love beats.
I mean, like the more the merrier.
Like, yo, I'm gonna send you a beat. Like,
yeah.
It's free word. Yo, send me 10 more.
Send me 10 more, exactly. And I know what it is because I'm an MC too. So you know, people just better not hijack my beats and be like, yo, I'm gonna write to it. 6 months later, yo, where's that beat at, man? Like, it's still right.
Tag your beats?
Still right to it. Nah, I don't tag them. You know, it's something that maybe I'll get more serious about later. I'm gonna step up what I use production-wise. I'm gonna start using Logic more. What I have is a beat machine called the SB606, which is, you know, kind of an old machine, but I know how to work it, so, you know, it works. I bet I can use it as well as, you know, a lot of people can use their high-tech shit. So.
Last question: are you thinking about moving up to MPC?
You know, I would love to. I would love to see it. I would love to have one, but right now it's not in my budget. And you know, MPCs are great. You know, they're phenomenal. They're now the staple. You know, I guess 10 years ago you had the SP 1200, which was probably a staple, but now I'd say MPC is gold standard. So
especially for like the sampling producer.
And I'm a sampling producer. You know, I'm a button pusher. I need that. I don't know.
So what's the next song you would like to play before we get into this freestyle?
We'll do one more. You know, this song doesn't get as much play as it should because it's the last track, but I love this track, number 12. It's called The Build, title track. Produced by KO Beats. What up, KO, if you're listening?
Nope, so let's get into this.
Alright.
Premonition, and that was your final song right there.
Yes, indeed.
So what's next for Premonition?
Next, man. Like I told you, I'm trying to get the traveling, the tour aspect down. But while in the meantime, I'm definitely going to be making a lot of projects. I have a crew called Central Intelligence, where I'm producing 1/3 of the album roughly, and I'm rapping into this 3 of us. That will be coming out within the next few months. Making records with Spills still. Probably gonna do some more stuff with Willie Green. Probably gonna do some tracks with Adrian Mac, Davis. Just gonna keep recording and with some of my favorite artists, and I know them as friends, so it's like a beautiful situation. So I'm not ever gonna stop making music. So.
An analog man in a digital land. I dream of aerosol cans, backspins at the jam. MCs used to have skills, but that topic is dead, right? Dead wrong, gossip, the groove on. Red light, stop. No, don't proceed further. It's all been done to